Hello! In this video we will get to know more about the main concepts of a personal computer as well as its functions and main components. Let us begin. What is a computer? The computer is a programmable machine which serves the purpose of automatically and consecutively performing logical and arithmetic operations based on the input of the user and showing the wanted result after processing. The computer consists of hardware and software. The hardware includes all physical components of the computer. The software includes all applications which allow the hardware to fulfill its given functions and perform the task you've assigned to it. One of the most important things for the computer is the system device. It is the main component of the computer and includes in itself all main modules which define its capabilities. Motherboard serves the purpose of a physical and logical spine of the personal computer. All other components and applications are linked to it. The specifications of the motherboard determine the computer's capabilities and its perspectives for an upgrade. The next key points describe the components which the motherboard consists of. Processor determines the processing power and is responsible for the thinking activity of the computer. Its main characteristic is the clock rate and is measured in megahertz. The clock rate determines the number of operations performed by the processor in a given unit of time. This is the most important parameter of the computer. Memory. This is what the processor needs in order for it to do its calculations. The size and the architecture of the memory determine what problems it can solve. So far, there are two types of memory. ROM memory, used only for reading, which statically, without the possibility of change, saves programs and data which serve permanent computer functions. RAM is a type of memory in which the data and programs are dynamically loaded based on the application used by the user at the given moment. The content of this memory disappears after the shutdown of the computer. The RAM memory is the second most important characteristic of your computer, which you must know in order to correctly assess your computer or before buying a new one. The RAM memory is measured in gigabytes. Flash drives. In order for your computer to work properly, you need space in which you can constantly save data and applications after the computer is shut down. This function is usually performed by a hard disk. For archiving and transferring data from one computer to another device, we can use CD-ROM, DVD, flash drives, and portable hard disks. The capacity of these devices is measured in gigabytes, same as memory. Input and output devices. Keyboard. This is the oldest device used for the input of data and commands into the computer. It works the same way as a typewriter. Usually, on the middle of the keys, you can find the Latin letters and symbols, and in the corner of each key you can find the Cyrillic ones. The position of the Cyrillic letters is the same as the one on a typewriter. Mouse. It was invented in order to make your work faster and more convenient. With the mouse you will be able to easily assess Windows graphic interface, menus, choice making, movement around the word processing applications. The mouse has 3 buttons. By using the left button, you give the mouse a specific position in which you can choose a file, a random place in the Word document, or a menu option. By using the right button, you will be displayed a menu with actions you can take at this moment based on where the mouse is. This speeds up the process of searching the action you want to perform in the menus. And the third button is actually a little wheel we use to scroll pages up and down. Monitor. It is one of the mandatory components of the computer. It looks like a smaller version of a TV. It is controlled by a video card which is located on the motherboard and converts data from the computer into understandable signals for the monitor. Printers. It serves the purpose of printing documents and images. You can print in a few ways, black and white or in color. There are 3 types of printers: inkjet, matrix, and laser printers. Please note that the most important component of the computer is the operating system. It is the link interface between the software, programs, and the hardware. The leading operation systems are Windows 82.74%, Mac OS by Apple Incorporation is second with 13.23%, and last but not least is Linux with 1.57%. What types of computers are there? Tower model. This refers to a computer in which the power, motherboard, and most of the data-saving devices are arranged in a cabinet. This is in contrast with the normal computers in which all these things are placed in a compact box. The main advantage of the tower models is that there are less space restrictions, which make it easier to install new storage devices. Desktop model. This computer was created in order to make it convenient for you to put it on a desk, usually with the monitor. The desktop computers are usually wide and short compared to the tall and narrow tower models. Notebook and laptop model. It was originally created as the lab version of the desktop computer. The notebook is a device which you can take anywhere with you. The diagonal of its display is usually between 13 to 15 inches. There are bigger models which serve as a desktop model replacement, but usually the monitor is 15.6 inches. Tablet model. The tablets are the last generation of computer which look like big phones. In this device, all the hardware components are located in the display. Its distinctive trait is the touch screen and the fact that there is no hardware keyboard. Its monitor varies between 8 and 12 inches. Exercise. Go into Paint and try drawing a house using the mouse in order to practice the movement of the mouse and getting used to it.